Stop!
Let me get my car!
Give me your arm.
A routine traffic stop turned into a nightmare for 23-year-old Mariah Valenzuela. The officer didn't just ask for her ID, he slammed her face into the concrete when she didn't produce it fast enough. But why? A cop's duty is to protect people from getting abused and harassed. But what happens when they turn predator, assaulting the very women they are meant to defend?
He was southbound in the northbound number 1 lane. I don't know why.
On a cold night in January, Mariah Valenzuela was driving home when Officer Michael McGillis pulled her over on suspicion of driving in the wrong lane. A situation that could have easily been resolved escalated within a few seconds into a horrifying encounter that left Valenzuela face down on the concrete, her screams of terror echoing into the night.
Tom 600 code 6. Hi.
Okay.
Let me see your license.
I don't have it on me.
You have any ID on you?
Why am I getting pulled over?
I'm at 600 West Camelback, or excuse me, Indian School Road.
Why am I getting pulled over?
Is this your car?
No.
Bravo John Sam
Why am I getting pulled over?
5455. Do you have ID on you?
No. Why am I getting pulled over?
Put your hands behind your back.
Excuse me?
Put your hands behind your back.
No!
Put your hands behind your back. Stop. 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 Hands behind your back. Put your hands behind your back. Put your hands behind your back. Put your hands behind your back. Stop. Hands behind your back.
Gillis's exchange was going really smoothly at first. She greets him with a simple hey as he approaches her car, seemingly unaware of what is about to unfold. He asked her for her driver's license, and she said that she doesn't have it on her. Of course, there's no need to show her ID if she didn't do anything wrong. That's it. In seconds, the situation spirals out of control. But why? Because she didn't have her ID. Is that even a crime? McGillis pulls over Valenzuela and decides that her lack of immediate identification is enough to justify a violent arrest.
Why are you
Tom
arresting
600.
me?
Give me another unit.
Why are you arresting me?
I'm asking for your ID. You said you don't have any ID.
Did I get it? It's in my car.
You said you didn't have ID.
I do. What did I do?
Give me your arm.
Let me get my car.
Give me your arm. Stop. Stop. Give me your arm. Put your arm. Give me your arm.
What did I do?
You were in the wrong lane. You're in opposite lane of travel.
I wasn't.
Give me your ID.
No, I wasn't.
Give me your arm, please.
You're hurting me.
Give me your arm.
Help.
Give me your arm. Give me your hand.
I can't do this. I did nothing wrong, sir.
Her body was slammed into the pavement by the very people who were supposed to protect her, all because she didn't have an ID at the ready. But the thing is, she actually had the ID with her all along and asked the officer to free her so she could get the ID from her car. But the officer refused. She wasn't even violent. She simply didn't give her license to them because she knew that she didn't do anything wrong. It was something that could have been easily resolved without violence. Instead, McGillis decided that force was the answer.
What the hell did I do?
You were in opposing
What did I
lane.
do? No, I wasn't.
Yes, you were.
Why did you tackle me? Leave my phone.
He locked her up. As Valenzuela struggles beneath him, trying to explain that she can't move her arms because he is crushing her with his body weight, McGillis keeps pushing her face further into the concrete. The more she protests, the more brutal he becomes. The footage is nothing short of disturbing, but that's only part of this horrifying story.
I'm no harm. I can
Tom 600.
cooperate
I've got her
with you.
detained, but she's real uncooperative.
I
Stand up. Stand up.
It's in the car.
Okay, well then you should have told me that. You could have given it to me. Stop arguing.
She kept begging him that she is of no harm and she can cooperate, but McGillis decided to hurt and punish her, and all of this for nothing. While Valenzuela was being violently subdued, McGillis radioed for backup.
Stop. Why don't you act like a young lady?
You're
Stop.
handling me.
No, I'm not. I'm trying to
You
get you.
slammed my head.
Stop.
Why am I in handcuffs? Why am I in handcuffs?
Stop. Stop.
Stop! You act like I'm a fucking threat. Are you serious?
Why are you acting this way?
Because you're hurting me, sir.
Get-go, you've been screaming and yelling.
Because
So
you're
stop.
hurting me.
I'm not hurting you.
Why am I arrested? Why am I handcuffs?
Because
When
I
was
asked for ID.
cooperating.
No, I asked for ID.
It's
and
in the car. Can I get it?
Well, I'll get it now.
Okay,
You
McGill.
refused. You refused to give it to me.
It's in the car.
Well, you should have just given it to me.
Well, can you let me go so I can get it?
No, I'll get it in a minute.
She kept screaming and screaming, hoping the officer would consider her for a second. But the more she screams, the more he makes it hard for her.
Hey, I'm out here on Indian School. I don't know if you heard it.
The 101, yeah, saying her head's bleeding or something?
Yeah, the DUI, and she does. She's got blood on her hand, but it's because she was sitting there wiping it over and over again. But she's got about maybe a quarter to, it's not a half inch, so just about a quarter-inch cut on the top of her head. It might need a stitch. And she's got you can tell she probably bumped her head on the ground when he took her to the ground. So,
Okay.
I'm going to do the use of force for McGillis. And then,
Yeah, there was no strikes or anything. It's more like just like an injured prisoner, right?
oh yeah, she was she was freaking out about it. And, when he actually had to take her to the ground, I think it was either that or when he tried to push her up against the car. So, she's like super emotional, super Looney Tunes.
They didn't express concern for Valenzuela's well-being or question whether McGillis's use of force was justified. Instead, they focused on covering their tracks. Because she was bleeding from her head. The lieutenant responds with a phrase that could send chills down anyone's spine. CYA, everybody cover them. He says CYA stands for cover your ass, and in this case, it's a clear directive to ensure that all of the officers involved do whatever they need to protect themselves from getting backlash. They were more worried about protecting their jobs than about the brutal treatment of a young woman.
We're going to get her checked out. So let's make sure we do photos and stuff. Yeah, like you said, we'll do the injured prisoner / use force just to CYA ourselves.
Yeah.
There's nothing, I mean, when we get, is she alleging any misconduct or anything, or is she just complaining about the injury?
She thinks she was kind of manhandled or whatever, but I don't think it's... I'm getting ready to review the body camera right now. She's super all over the place.
Okay, no, that's what I was going to say. Let's just make sure we review the camera, make sure it looks good to go, and then we'll do the use of force, just to CYA everybody, cover them.
Yep.
But,
In the aftermath of the arrest, Valenzuela was taken into custody and was charged with felony resisting arrest, failure to comply, and DUI. But the thing is, in the body cam footage, there's no mention of her being under arrest for driving under the influence. She wasn't even charged with the DUI until later. Valenzuela admits that she had been drinking earlier in the day, but insists she wasn't intoxicated at the time of the stop. As if the rough handling during the arrest wasn't bad enough, the Phoenix Police Department later defended McGillis's action. In an official statement, the department claimed that McGillis acted professionally and that Valenzuela was uncooperative, justifying the use of force. According to them, she resisted arrest by pulling away and refusing to put her hands behind her back. But how could she comply when her arms were pinned beneath her body by the weight of a fully grown man? In their explanation, they stated that McGillis had no other sustained allegations of misconduct within the last 5 years, as though that somehow excuses his treatment of Valenzuela. With the help of attorney Brian Foster, she filed a notice of claim, the first step towards suing the city of Phoenix and Maricopa County for $2 million each. Foster described the incident as horrific and has called out the police department's handling of the situation for what it was, as an abuse of power. Within a matter of seconds, what's truly heartbreaking is that Valenzuela, a young Hispanic woman and single mother of 2, joins a long list of victims who have suffered at the hands of those who are supposed to protect them. Her children, a 3-year-old daughter and a 1-year-old son, now have to grow up knowing their mother was brutalized by the very people they are taught to trust. And what you are about to see next is yet another incident following a black woman and a police officer who punched her. Yes, he literally punched her for nothing.
You acting like that you black. You acting like you white when you really black. Don't walk up on me for real. Hey, what you want to do?
What's your head part of me?
Here, Miami-Dade police officer Antonio Rodriguez was relieved of duty following a heated altercation at Miami International Airport. The video shows Rodriguez striking a black woman after he taunted him saying, "You acting like you white." The exchange quickly escalated after the woman's comment, which seemed to provoke Rodriguez, who responded with a punch. The footage has gone viral, fueling intense debate about race, police conduct, and the volatile dynamics in such encounters. While some have defended the officer, claiming the woman's taunt was intended to provoke him, others are outraged by what they see as an overreaction. The Miami-Dade Police Department responded swiftly, removing Rodriguez from duty pending an investigation. If you thought that was wild, wait until you see this next one. It's the evening of September 21st, 2019, and Deputy Amanda Perea, fresh out of the department's training academy, about only 3 months in, gets a 911 call from a neighbor. She's the first officer on the scene and heads over to check things out. She knocks on the door of this woman's apartment, just trying to make sure everything's cool. Perea tells the woman she's not here to cause any trouble. She just wants to make sure that she's safe and not hurt.
Yeah.
Do you need EMS?
No, I'm fine.
Come out here. Come out here.
I really don't want to deal with y'all people.
All right. Well, we'll make sure you're okay.
I'm fine.
1636 County or code 4. She does not need EMS. So what happened?
Nothing.
Look up for me. What's on your neck? What happened?
Nothing happened.
So I have witnesses saying something happened. So are you trying to protect him?
No, I just really don't like dealing with y'all. I really don't want to deal with y'all. I really don't.
Okay. So
I don't need to talk to y'all. I really don't.
Now, Perea, being new and all, is doing her thing. She starts asking the woman some questions, typical stuff. She notices some fresh neck injuries and scribbles the woman's name and birth date shown on her notepad. The woman tells her that her boyfriend was there earlier, but no biggie, they just had a little argument, and he left. So it sounded like a nothing to see here, move along situation. Simple enough, just a domestic argument, nothing wild. At least that's what it looked like.
where is the guy that allegedly? I mean, we don't.
I don't know where he's at. I don't.
So he left.
He left.
Does he live in this apartment complex?
No, he does not.
You don't know which way he went.
I don't know. And if I did, I wouldn't tell you.
1636K94. Victims advising she does not know which way he went. So were y'all? I'm trying to figure out why your friends called the cops.
What friend?
Or your witnesses, whoever was over here that called us.
Okay.
So
We got into an argument.
Okay.
That's it.
Okay. It was nothing physical?
Nothing physical.
Where are the marks on your neck from?
We got into my necklace right here.
No, this right here. What is that from?
Does it really matter?
Yes.
Doesn't.
To make sure you're okay.
I'm fine, ma'am.
So-
But then comes Deputy Lorenzo Hernandez, the backup. He arrives at the scene, and here's where things take a weird turn. Perea, instead of being chill, tells Hernandez, oh, she's not cooperating. Wait, what? Not cooperating?
She doesn't want to be cooperative. I see some marks on her neck that might be fresh. She's saying she's denying medical attention. She said she didn't want to talk to us. Sister doesn't want to talk. They live in here. So
The woman literally just talked to her and answered all of her questions. So now Hernandez is like, okay, let's check out the apartment. But when they ask the woman to let them in, she says no. She refuses once, and boom, Hernandez decides that's enough to get physical.
God allegedly did this. So she didn't give direction of travel, description, anything. She's like, he left. I don't know where he went.
Third level Dickerson.
Satisfaction. What's up?
So we need to see if this guy's inside your apartment.
Who else is in here?
My sister. No, I really don't. You really don't.
This is where things go off the rails. Hernandez doesn't take no for an answer. Instead of, continuing to talk or de-escalate the situation, he grabs the woman. Yeah, just like that. He's serious, telling her that he could tase her if she doesn't comply. And then out of nowhere, in this burst of aggression, Hernandez pushes her, and within seconds, she's on the ground. They threw her down and handcuffed her, and she wasn't even suspected of a crime. She didn't resist, she didn't fight back, nothing. The whole escalation was totally unnecessary.
Relax so we can talk to you.
Our attorney. Call the attorney right now. Call the lawyer right now.
Listen,
Relax so we can talk to you.
we're just trying to talk to you and make sure you're okay. Because we're not trying to hurt you.
You're hurting me though. You're
We're not
hurting me more
trying to
than
hurt you.
I wasn't hurt before, and you're hurting me.
You're gonna
I haven't
relax.
felt pain, and you're making me feel pain.
Relax.
People,
Relax. Where are you hurting? Where
You're
are you
hurting my arms. You're hurting my. You're
Okay.
literally putting so much pressure on me.
Oh. You to relax.
I mean, imagine you've done nothing wrong and you've just had a rough argument with your boyfriend, and suddenly you're on the ground in handcuffs. All because you didn't immediately let the deputies into your apartment? It's wild how quickly things can escalate, and all because the communication between the deputies felt off. In a world where body cams and public outrage are often not enough to stop police from abusing their power, what hope is there for true people? When a cop trades his badge for brutality, targeting women in the streets they vow to protect, the question isn't just who can we trust, it's who's next. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you smash that like button and subscribe to the channel for more content. We will see you very soon.